What is up, guys? Today I will be reviewing something very special, very awesome. I'm in my Toysaurus getup, which means I'm at work right now at the store. Very awesome place. You know what that means? We're gonna do a review on the Tokyo Marui Pro Hunter. Let's get into it. Now, what makes this special is that this is a little different from the usual VSR rifles because of a few things. I'll get into that later. But right now, the box currently is empty because I already took the gun out. Right here. This is the rifle. This is the Pro Hunter in brown, wood brown. And out of the box, it comes with these goodies inside the box. So you have the extra BBs, you have the manual over here, but you also have this cute little deer target if you wanna, LARP as a deer hunter. Which, I mean, this is perfect for you if you wanna LARP as a deer hunter. So we get into the actual gun itself. Now, what makes the Pro Hunter special is that it's got a few things I'll get into. But first, we gotta go with the variants. By a couple, I actually mean a couple. We have the one in wood brown, but we also have one in matte black right here. And this was by far my favorite. I'm a very big fan of hunting rifles, and I believe that if you are a big fan of hunters or hunting paraphernalia, this is the one for you. Out of the box, right, besides the stuff in the box, you get this whole unit. Very nice solid stock right here. It comes with the scope out of the box, so you don't need to buy a scope if you don't have the proper money to buy the scope or the scope mounts or the rails. But what makes it special is that it already comes with a scope, with the ring mounts, and the rail. So out of the box you can already play. I'll get into performance in a minute, but first we're going to go to how the VSR came to be. So the VSR came out in, I think, around the 2000s. They came out like with the perfected design of the VSR 10, and then we got G-Spec and this variant. Then after that, everyone else followed. Snow Wolf. We got, I believe it was King Arms and other brands like that. Novridge got into it with their custom stuff from Europe. But this standard stuff out of the box, it's amazing. So we'll go butt to tip. First stop is the very simple stock design, very nice, very ergonomic, very ambidex actually. This it's the classic 1960s, 1980s stock for hunting rifles. It comes in this beautiful black. This one comes in this beautiful brown like this. Going to this side, actually, we have a very nice bolt handle over here. It's a little different from the usual VSR bolt handle, where it's sort of flat. This one is kind of contoured out, where the bolt actually it's very smooth action. Behind the bolt, we actually have the safety here. This is the fire position. This is the safe position. Now, very simple. It's a very simple system where basically it just locks the trigger. It doesn't lock the action. You can still cycle the bolt, but it locks the trigger so when the bolt is caught, you can't actually fire it. And of course, we're in the fire position. Over forward here, we have the very nice actual barrel of the rifle, and also the bolt, the chamber, and everything. Everything here is metal, except for the stock. Stock is plastic, of course. I mean, why would the stock be made out of metal? But all of this is metal, which Tokyo Marui, I don't know how, they have restrictions on how to make guns. You can't make the slides out of metals, you can't make this out of metals, and I'm talking about the high kappa, but this out of the box, same with the Tokyo Marui rifles and some other products of Tokyo Marui, like sometimes the machine guns too, they come in full metal out of the box. Now, what makes the difference is actually the performance compared to, let's say, you get a sniper from Snow Wolf or any other brand from, like, let's say, Taiwan or Europe, is that out of the box they perform really good. But on Tokyo Marui, because of the FPS restrictions in Japan, you can't actually get a good performing gun out of the box unless it's already pre-upgraded. This gun shoots at around, I believe when we tested it, it was around 300 FPS. 300 FPS, I'm not saying it's bad, the barrel's pretty long, it's got a pretty nice hop up on this side. But 300 FPS is kind of lacking. It's very much lacking for a sniper rifle. If it's 300 FPS on a handgun, makes sense. 300 FPS on a submachine gun, kind of makes sense. 300 FPS on a rifle, kind of slow, but you know, it's still serviceable. It's still acceptable. 300 on a sniper, kind of lacking. But there's a huge but here. The parts for VSR 10s are very, and I say this with a big V-E-R-Y, very plentiful. You can find springs, you can find bolts, you can find piston heads and pistons itself, and you can actually make this perform really well. And for the price, the new price is around, I believe it was 7.6 for all this. The standard ones are around 6.7. And you just need to add another like 1 million, 2 million. You get actually a pretty good performing sniper rifle. What I'm saying is that don't always judge the performance by out of the box. You gotta actually like have the gun set to your standards on like what you like set up, whether it be high FPS, low FPS. I have a friend, he's a really cool guy, sniper. I wish I had a photo or a video of him. He runs a sniper, which is not too different from it. It's a standard VSR, and he runs it around 500 FPS. How much did he spend? Just 2 million. You can push it to 700, but because the field's restricted to 500, it's only 500. Now, back to the rifle, of course, I'm digressing a little bit. We get to the end of the barrel, and the end of the barrel just has this plug, and also this thread in the end, which you can actually have an adapter for if you want to put a suppressor, let's say, but this gun is already pretty long. I wouldn't see why you would want to add a suppressor on the end of it, but so now we'll get into the performance part. Again, like I said, 300 FPS with 0.2 BBs, 0.2 BBs, yeah. And let's say it's bad. No, out of the box. If you want to go plinking, if you want to go do some backyard shooting, it's alright. But when you get to the whole game aspect, it's lacking. Especially if you're playing outdoors and you have to use the heavier BBs because of the wind. It's kind of lacking. Very much lacking. Now, of course, upgradability is insane on the VSR. You can change pretty much anything about it. You can change the stock with some newfangled, futuristic, modern stuff, if that's your style, right? But for what you get out of the box, really the best that you can improve. Now, talking about the scope, is I believe a 4x magnification scope, which you know, it's not terrible, it's not bad. It does need some zeroing a little bit, but it's pretty good, pretty tight, very tight. Zero tolerance on this actually. You can bump it and it won't go off zero. And although it does not come with any lighting modules, so like let's say you can't really take this at night. It's not really a nighttime rifle, and there is no variable zoom. It's a fixed zoom optic. But that's where we get to the this rail part right here. You see the rail part over here. This actually helps out a lot if you want to. Let's say you want to change your scope. You want to go something medium size, LPVOs, red dot sights if that's what you're into, and you know, a lot of room for improvement and modification here. Now, what makes this VSR 10 specifically, it doesn't really use the traditional position of the magazine like on a real, let's say, Remington 700. Usually on the Remington 700, it's either manually loaded from over here, or it's mag fed from down here. But over here on the VSR 10, it's actually loaded from this tiny little magazine over here. Now, when I say tiny, I don't mean the low capacity. This actually has pretty high capacity, around 30 to 40 rounds, give or take. And usually there are some people who bring out those, you know, very cursed adapters where they put in like M4 mags into this, and it's very terrible to see. But mags out of the box, they're not bad. You can lose them, they're really small. And one of these mags are kind of expensive, but if you like snipers, you won't really need that many, probably 2 or 3 mags is enough. Just put it in here. The bolt itself, very smooth action, like that, like so. Very oiled up, as they would say, the kids would say nowadays. And here, I can even do it. It comes out. Now, when it's in this position, you cannot fire. When it's in this position, you cannot fire. Put on the bolt, and you can still cycle it, kind of, but you cannot fire it. You have to actually lock the bolt in like a real gun, and then don't fire. Now, what makes this very special compared to a standard VSR 10 is that it actually has this simulated recoil system, quote unquote, where basically this has kind of like a secondary spring in it, and it makes a big sound, and it also makes a little jolt when you shoot the gun. So basically, it's kind of like have an example right here. Now that is the simulated recoil system, and this is actually only available in either Pro Hunter or Real Shock. Real Shocks have those too. The normal VSR 10s do not. No matter if it's G-Spec or the VSR 10s, bars, or whatever, and you cannot add it. It is specifically for either Real Shock or Pro Hunter. Not optional. You cannot add it, you cannot take it out. If you want a little bit of realism, you take this. If you want more performance, you take the normal VSR 10. Which, not much of a problem at all, because this thing is pretty fun. It's pretty fun to shoot, it's pretty fun to watch. You want to be a hunter type character, like let's say you want to LARP as a hunter. Yeah, this is not a hunter. I mean, like, take the wood brown one. It's hunter stuff. And of course, with VSR stocks, is that pretty much everyone follows the design, so you can switch it up with a real VSR like wood stock, and it would work. It would actually work. You can also switch up with those modern M-Lock, Keymod, tri-rail stuff, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever. Kind of weird, but you know, I won't judge. If you want to go simple, go with this. Now these two, these are the last two, they're available in Toysaurus. Isn't that crazy? I think that I'm a hunter. I'm pretty big into hunting rifles, Thrill Wade, Weatherby, or Winchester, Remington, 5.56, 7.62, whatever, stuff like that. And I believe that if you buy this, you won't regret it. Pop up, very nice system, very good affirming clicks down here, right there. And we also have very bare bones design. You can't go wrong with this. Take it out to the woods. Nothing wrong is going to happen to it. Anyways, that's the end of this video today. I hope you had fun watching, and I hope it has been very informative. Don't forget to like, comment if you want, subscribe, of course, I need that. Watch it just in case, and I just need the views, whatever. I will make a short on these guns because, you know, ad revenue or whatever. So yeah, if you guys want to pick up one of these, they're actually available in Toysaurus for 7.6 million rupees. rupiah. Not dollars, not euros, rupiah. So, you know, while they're still here, get them while you can. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys some other time.